8 laps for this first heat event. Phil Osler currently third in the points. And he is 5 points behind your point leader. Your point leader on the inside of row 2, Mike Hoffman. Season championship night. Critical race right here to determine our point champion this year. Every spot counts. Just one position is going to make a difference. Right now, Phil Osler has the advantage, trying to slice into the lead of Mike Hoffman. Mike Hoffman second, Bill Bamman third, Steve Bunn running fourth, James Kimmel and Brig Reynolds. James Kimmel getting by Steve Bunn up to fourth. Top 4 will transfer to the 20-lap A main. Bill Bamman running third. Mike Hoffman second. Phil Osler, your leader in car number 15. Great night to have those bingo sheets. They've got the point standings on the back. You two can keep track for the point championship as we go along this evening. James Kimmel closing in on Bill Bamman for third. Brig Reynolds in a battle with Steve Bunn for the number 5 spot. Halfway this time by. Phil Osler looking to pick up at least 1 point on Mike Hoffman. Osler would get 5 points for first. Hoffman looking at 4 points for finishing second. Dan Danger slowing on the back straightaway in the 4D. Close battle for third, Bill Bamman in the 3B running third, James Kimmel fourth, 5 laps complete. Looking at 6 with 2 to go, this time out of turn 4. White flag, 1 to go for your leader, Phil Osler. Mike Hoffman closing in just a bit. Running second. Bill Bamman third. James Kimmel fourth. Brig Reynolds fifth in car number 30. Steve Bunn sixth. Jeff Rhodes seventh in car number 27. Here's your winner, Phil Osler in car number 15 from Dowagiac. Second heat, Jesse Scott, Steve Wheeler in that first row. Todd Atherton moving down to the low side quickly in car number 75 up to second. Gary Meager, Steve Wheeler trading paint down into turn 1. They go 3 wide for fourth. Brad Graham up the middle. On the move from the back, Chris May in car number 8. Todd Atherton underneath Jesse Scott going for the lead. He's got it between 3 and 4, drifting up the track. Jesse right back on the inside. 3 wide for third. Jesse Scott running second. Mark Peterson on the move. Here comes Chris May on the inside, making it 3 wide in car number 8. Gary Meager fourth and 20. Chris May now running fourth in the 8 car, one of the main competitors for the championship. Todd Atherton stretching out his lead. Jesse Scott second. Mark Peterson, Chris May, and Gary Meager. Three-car battle for second. Todd Atherton way out in front, straightaway lead for the 75 car. As they'll reach halfway, this time by 4 down, 4 to go. Jesse Scott trying to fend off the challenges of Mark Peterson and Chris May. Jesse Scott way up high, Chris May to the low side, trying to move his way up to third. Gary Meager running fifth, Ray Loomis sixth. Chris May getting by Jesse Scott, now getting by Mark Peterson up to second. Looking to gain 4 points for second spot. Jesse Scott also gets by. 6 laps complete, 2 to go. White flag, 1 to go for your leader, Todd Atherton, in car number 75. Atherton slowing on the back straightaway. Did he receive the wrong flag? Chris May gaining. They have not taken the checkered. Chris May getting by Todd Atherton. Well, that was a crucial 1 extra point that Chris May picked up there. Lee Price in car number 23 and Marshall Pomeroy in the 5C car. Third and final, factory stock 8-lap heat. Tony Belkey and Bill Pierce get together down in turn 1, 3 wide, nearly out of turn 2. Mike Wells moving up on the inside. And Mark Lambert to the high side of Brian Kerstead for second. And if you can believe it, the points race might have got even tighter after the heat events. We'll see how this one plays out. Mike Wells trying to pick up precious points. Final points race of the year here at Hartford Speedway Park. Mark Lambert running second, Brian Kerstead third. And the yellow flag out. Bill Pierce showing lots of smoke. Liquid down on the speedway down in turn 1, car number 39. Larry Arnn moving up to the inside, up to third, getting by Brian Kerstead in the 44B. Mark Lambrick moving up top, putting the pressure on your leader, Mike Wells. Larry Arnn running third, Brian Kerstead fourth. Derek Humphrey and Tony Belke go sixth. Mark Lambrick to the outside for the lead out of turn 4. Five laps complete, 3 to go, 2 separate battles. Battle for first, battle for third out of turn 4. Mike Wells, Mark Lambrick running 1-2. Brian Kerstead to the inside of Larry Arnn for third. Still side by side on the back straightaway. White flag, 1 to go. Mark Lambrick, Mike Wells down low. Brian Kerstead running third, Larry Arnn fourth. And Tony Belke up to fifth in car number 26. Still in fourth, Mike Wells in car number 71. And Mark Lambrick remaining in the number 5 spot, receiving 4 points. 3-2-4, 50-70. We'll call off some more numbers a little bit later on. Brig Reynolds in 30. Gary Meager in 20. 26, Tony Belke. 79, Steve Bunn. 1, Ray Loomis. 77, Derek Humphrey. 27, Jeff Rhodes. 17W, Steve Wheeler. 23, Lee Price. 4D, Dan Danger. 14, Allison Tober. 6, Bill Caldwell. 36, Brad Graham. And Joe Blevins in car number 44, rounding out your starting lineup. Look out, Tony Belke and Gary Meager. Gary Meager into the wall after the contact with Tony Belke in car number 26. Gary Meager losing many spots there in car number 20. Battle for the lead. Ray Loomis and Brig Reynolds will take the top 8 out of this. Jeff Rhodes getting by Steve Bunn up to 4th. Top 8 will transfer to our 20-lap factory stock season championship. Jeff Rhodes getting by Tony Belke up to 3rd. Brad Graham on the move in car number 36 from the back. And Brig Reynolds and Ray Loomis continue their battle up front. Ray Loomis to the inside underneath Brig Reynolds going for the lead. Steve Wheeler up to 5th in the 17W. Derek Humphrey trying to move up in the 77 along with 36 Brad Graham. Ray Loomis, your leader in the 1 car. Brig Reynolds second. Jeff Rhodes closing in, running third in car number 27. Tony Belkey fourth. Steve Wheeler, Brad Graham, Steve Bunn, Lee Price. Ray Loomis again across the stripe, 8 laps down, 4 to go. Brig Reynolds running second, car number 30. Jeff Rhodes in 27, third. Tony Belkey fourth, Steve Wheeler fifth, Brad Graham sixth. Steve Bunn running seventh in car number 79, and Lee Price in the 8th and final transfer spot in car number 23, running 8th. Tony Belkey all over the front straightaway, dropping a couple spots to Brad Graham and Steve Wheeler. White flag, 1 to go for the 1 car. Ray Loomis right here out of turn 4. Brig Reynolds second. Jeff Rhodes in car number 27 running third. Brad Graham fourth in the 36. Steve Wheeler running fifth. Tony Belkey sixth. Battle for seventh, Steve Bunn and Lee Price. Lee Price to the inside, battle for seventh. There's your winner, Ray Loomis from Hartford in car number 1. And your top 8 transferring, Brig Reynolds second in car number 30. Point leader Mike Hoffman up there in that first row on the outside of row 1. 31 Mark Lambrick, 44 James Kimmel, 66 Mark Peterson. Chris Mays second in the points on the inside of row 3. Phil Osra third in the points on the inside of row 4. Mike Wells in car number 71, fourth in the points, back on the outside of row 6. And he's just 5 points out of first. Todd Atherton on the move on the high side in car number 75. Mark Peterson goes third. Your point leader, Mike Hoffman, your leader into turn 3. Mark Lambrick second. Mark Peterson third. Todd Atherton going up the middle, getting by James Kimmel. Larry Arndt stopped here on the main straightaway in car number 7. That'll bring out the yellow flag. Chris May up to third. Phil Osra to the high side of Mark Peterson going for fourth. Now to the high side of Chris May. And Todd Atherton running sixth. Mike Wells trying to move up underneath James Kimmel in car number 44. Todd Atherton to the inside of Mark Peterson for fifth. 6 cars, nose to tail. Now Mark Peterson to the inside of Phil Osra for fourth. Everybody pretty much holding their spots. Here comes Chris May to the inside of Mark Lambrick for second. Mark Peterson underneath Phil Osra for fourth. Mark Peterson getting by Phil Osra. Now Todd Atherton up high. Phil Osra shuffled back to sixth in car number 15. Mike Wells now running seventh in car number 71. Mike Hoffman, Mark Lambrick to the inside, running third. Chris May second. Todd Atherton trying to get by Mark Peterson, and Steve Bunn spinning down at turn 4, car number 79 to bring out the yellow. Todd Atherton into the tire barrier down in turn 1, losing a tire and wheel. Chris May becomes your leader of the race. He needs separation between the 38 car. One spot would not be enough to give the championship to Chris May. It's going to take more than one finishing position. And I think Chris May's teammate Mark Peterson knows that in car number 66. Teammate Mark Peterson trying to help out the 8 car Chris May. Running 4th. Mark Peterson, Mark Lambrick running 3rd. Brian Kerstead and Bill Bamman running 10th. Battle for 3rd, Mark Peterson to the inside of Mark Lambrick. Phil Oswald to the high side, trying to get by Mark Peterson up to 4th. Mark Lambrick still running 3rd. Mike Hoffman 2nd. Jesse Scott running 6th. James Kimmel 7th, Brad Graham 8th, Brian Kerstead 9th, Bill Bamman and Brig Reynolds in car number 30. Mark Peterson and Mark Lambrick get together on the back straightaway. Jesse Scott moving up to 5th, getting by Mark Peterson. Phil Osra battle for 2nd. Up to 2nd, getting by Mike Hoffman. 17 laps complete, 3 to go. Your point champion by 1 point, Mike Hoffman. By 1 point. Mike Hoffman with 6:11. Second goes to Chris May with 6:10. And third, Phil Osra with 6:08.
Well, you just needed one more car, Chris. No, there weren't any left. Could have done, you did all you could. Congratulations on another feature win, running real strong tonight, won comfortably, and by golly, just one more point. Coulda, shoulda. That's the way it goes. Winds up the points championship.
Yeah, it's racing. I'd like to thank all my guys for helping me with the car this year and working on it, making it fast, making it faster. Congratulate Hoffman on the championship. I did a real good job this season.
Yeah, we were keeping an eye on the 66 car. I think Mark Peterson was kind of trying to run interference there for you to try and put some separation between those other guys, and he, I believe he finished 5th on the board car for 66.
Yeah, this is his first year out. He's doing extremely well. He's doing a good job with that car.
All right, we got that sprint feature coming up. Congratulations on another feature win.
Thanks. I'd like to thank sponsors also.
Thanks, Chris. Congratulations, Chris May. Mike Hoffman, congratulations. And it came 1 point, can you believe it?
That's enough. What to say, I just can't believe it's true. That's what we worked for all year.
They all count the same, don't they?
Yeah, they do. We had a rough year, but
I think I've got a dead battery again. Anyway, you had enough consistent finishes there right in that stretch. It seemed like halfway through the year, 3/4 of the year, you had a lot of top second, third, fourth place finishes. I know that one night in the heat race, you could barely get the car up to speed. And then, but the finishes right before that, it capitalized for you here at the end of the year.
yeah, that's what our goal was, just good solid finishes. Of course, we wanted some checkers, but we up against guys like Chris, Phil, Mike Wells, all of them, Mark. I don't know if I forgot anybody, I'm sorry, but you guys are all fast, and this is tough. So, it's cool. Good bunch of guys to race with.
All right, we know they're anxious to see that sprint feature, so congratulations, super job this year.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Mike Hoffman.